Hello, everybody. It's Charlie again, and I'm currently playing Angerfoot. And this will be another replay review in 2025, guys, on an excitingly insane and wild game. But yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another replay review. This is one of those games that comes out once in a while. It is an indie, and it is kind of crazy, insane, frantic, fast, high-paced, and you got to keep your reflexes about you when it comes to this game, but it is worth it. And the best part is, it was only $20. Yeah. So these are from the same people who made Broforce, I believe, Devolver Digital, something like that. And Free Lives, I think it's the people who actually developed the game, and then the publishers are Devolver Digital. But anyways, the point is that this game is worth every penny. Played a lot of it. It has a lot of replay value. As you can see, the stages are crazy fast. The graphics are fun to look at, even though they're a bit cartoony and it seems arcadey. They play great. They move great. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't go without issues. The game does have some frame rate and slowdowns occasionally, but it's very rare, and it's usually in the areas where there's no action, which is fine. I mean, who cares, right? But it's like you could see some of it in there, but it's about 90% of the game works damn near perfect. Plus, I'm sure there's going to be updates that'll eventually fix all this up. But for now, it was still playable. I had no crashes, guys, and just loads of fun. A good enemy variety, good enough for what the game offers as an indie game. The protagonist is completely insane. The story is hilarious. It is a comedy, centric game. You will laugh a lot at the reactions of the enemies. They do dance. There is sequences like that where he's taking a piss. You can play foosball in these areas where you explore a little bit. They're in between the action areas. And I just got to tell you, I just had a blast, right? This is a game that I just had to play through to the end, and I was surprised of how long it actually is. And also, the kind of value it gives you, like I said, it's a good replay value where you can play that's the whole point of the game, to play the levels again, but also the way you get the platinums and stuff. In these areas specifically, there's a lot of platinums, but also a reason to run through the level again and do it differently. And it just has a lot of variety in the best way possible, that I think this game should be played by a lot of people. I'm trying to get a lot of people to play some of these indies, to support these studios, because they're doing a good job. As you can see, this guy is tearing it up, dancing it up. Anyways, as you go into the levels, there's a lot of destructible things in the levels. There's also drinks you can take to hype you up a little bit more, give you more adrenaline, make you a little bit quicker. You could take a few shots sometimes if it's not to the head. If it's to the head, you die immediately. And it has, as you can see, the doors are breakable. You could pretty much kick anything in there and make a mess. And no two people play the same way, so you'll have different scenarios of your gameplay. And I just think it's a great game to video, to record, and to stream in general. I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard of this game yet, but to the ones that did, I'm sure they had a good time. And to the ones that haven't, you need to get it. It's $20, guys. What are you missing? I convinced my friend to get it. He got it for $15, even cheaper than me because it was on special. But damn, just the way the sounds sound. I mean, I left the sounds in there. I left the music in there because I was like, why would I put my own music in there if the game's music is already crazy enough? I just want you to get an effect of the sound effects. Hopefully you guys can hear it clearly. The audio is different from my recording audio, but yeah, I mean, everything feels good too. The gameplay feels really, really addicting, guys. The way the shots land, it'll remind you a little bit of CS, Counter-Strike, the newer one, right, when they came out with the better graphics. I forgot, but that's how the shots feel. Even though it's arcade, it feels realistic at the same time, and as you can see, it's gory. You could take the gore off, by the way. It's just basically purple slime, guys. It's not really blood, right? So anybody can play this game and have a ball. It does get very difficult. There is no way to change the difficulty setting. It is set the way Sifu was when it first came out, and the way Wukong is right off the bat. So you can't change the difficulty. and I'm sure other Souls-like games like that. But this game is more like Hong Kong Massacre and games like that, where you have to replay, Hotline Miami and stuff like that. These are the shoes that give you special abilities. I usually use the one that gives me an extra health because that's usually what I need. There's other ones that make enemies explode, give you more kicks, stuff like that. You collect these as you collect the stars throughout the levels, and the stars give you what you need because it's these shoes, right? But they also unlock things like trophies. There's a trophy specifically for that. If you guys aren't trophy hunters, it doesn't matter, but I am trying to platinum it. And for the most part, it's a friendly approach, arcadey approach. It's just a lot of fun. The slowdowns, when they do happen during the action, is just when there's just too many particles in the air. But like I said, it rarely happens that as far as I'm concerned, you won't have any crashes, because I had 0 crashes. Okay, so recording it was a joy because I knew I wasn't going to crash out and I wasn't going to lose whatever I recorded. And you could replay the levels, so what, Some of these levels are very difficult though, especially as you go through, and they range in difficulty. They go up and down. You really don't know which one's going to be difficult for you. It just depends on your play style. Everybody is different. But yeah, since we're halfway through, guys, I'm going to give this game an 8.5 out of 10. Mostly because, like I said, technical issues. This guy's on the ground. Conversations are hilarious. Anyways, these are the chapters in the game. There's 5 total. Most of them are about 15 levels plus a boss at the end. But the last one only has 4 for good reason. You just have to get there. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, here are the chapters finished. I did go through the whole game, obviously, and I do have a playlist for it. But yeah, just absolute joy and fun. And then yeah, it will make you sweat at some points. It'll make you a little bit nervous, but you'll be having fun the whole way through, right? It doesn't piss you off when you die. You just feel like, shit, I could do this and I could do that, on your own. And I try not to spoil the levels. These levels, a lot of these are at the beginning of the game, or close to the beginning, so you don't have to worry about that. But as you can see, the franticness of it, and the weapons, there are also several weapons in the game, ranging from regular handguns, Uzis, shotguns, grenade launchers, and 50 caliber machine guns, the big ones. The point is that the game has also enemies that throw explosives at you and all kinds of stuff, and some of them are more durable, where you have to shoot more than once. Now the boss fights are pretty interesting as well, which I don't want to spoil, but yeah, they usually have 3 health bars. You have to beat them like 3 times, but it's fun the way they did it. I think you guys would enjoy it. Like I said, this game is nothing but fun. You can get in and get out whenever you want and have people play. Unfortunately, it's just one player, but it's totally worth your time and money, guys. For $20, it's a good package, and I hope they keep publishing games like this, because these are the kind of games we need in the industry. I think people enjoy these kind of games a little bit more. Sometimes you don't want to play a seriously, invested long game, even though this one is not really short, to be honest. There's a lot of content in here, and there's even secret areas for trophies and stuff. And some of the trophies, I just like the way they did it, because they kept to the fun of it all the way to the end. I felt like I was having fun. I didn't get bored. I thought it was going to get repetitive. It didn't get repetitive. There was a lot of variety in the levels, and at first it's just a bunch of ruins, but there's other stuff going on that I just didn't want to put in the video because I want you guys to try it, And it's just one of those games that if you can tell in my videos, if you watch the playlist and you just don't want to play, you just want to watch somebody play it. I even put how many times I died in there on purpose. A lot of people edit that out, but I need you guys to know that even when I was dying, you could tell that I was having a good time. I was laughing a lot, and it's just an explosive good time. That's all I can say. The music it goes perfect with the game, and the action and the sounds. No voice acting, unfortunately, but hey, it's an indie. Here's some of the stuff you can change. Like I said, sound, very basic things. You change the sensitivity of the movement. I think there's even an aim assist that I don't use it. I think it's more fun for you, to play without it. I didn't even try it, so I don't know how it works. But if you keep looking in here, there's a couple other options. Very basic, guys. Difficulty has to stay the same. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go good.